Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I want to discuss how we can build an all-inclusive, prosperous economy, an all-inclusive, growth, development-driven economy that is planked on non-oil productivity and production, non-oil platforms. Like most of you are aware, today the dollar to Nigeria Naira exchange rate crossed the 1,700 marks at the parallel market. Today is 25th of September 2024. The rate has been fluctuating between 1,098 naira to $1 US dollar to 1,700 to $1 US dollar. Of course, the MPC meeting ended yesterday with an increase in the monetary policy rate by 50 basis points. Now it's about 27.25%. I've heard people lament and complain, industries are going to be choked, cost of funds is going to go higher. Of course, there's liquidity squeeze in the market and all those stuff. CBN says they are mopping up funds and to moderate inflation. I feel sorry for those at the Central Bank of Nigeria because they are practically hamstrung. If I am Yemi Cardoso, I will do the same thing. And of course, for emphasis sake, there are several factors that are driving inflation in Nigeria, and 95% of them are from the physical side. There's little the CBN can do to actually moderate inflation, tampering with monetary policy rate and monetary policy instruments, because basically they said, they are tightening liquidity, but we know that monetary policy controls, based on what is happening in the Nigerian economy, will do little or nothing in taming the inflationary spiral in Nigeria. Nigeria is not a productive nation, and we have not done anything to enhance productivity, especially in the non-oil sector. Insecurity, poor fiscal management, poor implementations of the novel programs and policies of the current government, and inability of the key stakeholders and key operators and leaderships at the ministries, departments, and agencies to play their part in ensuring that this country recovers from its current declining state. Basically, what Yemi Cardoso has done by moving NPR is to keep hope alive and keep open the window for foreign portfolio investors to keep coming in, to keep playing in the market, because the effective interest rate is higher than anywhere around the world. So basically what he has done is this is the only available instrument for him to maintain semblance of inflow into Nigeria. Our major foreign exchange earning source is the oil and gas industry that accounts for almost about 85%. For over 15 months now, we've been on this issue of what is our crude oil output. It still remained at the level of 1.5 million barrels a day. Our budget was predicated upon 1.78 million barrels OPEC quota. We are not even meeting the OPEC quota. And this is a country that in 2010, October to be precise, from October 1 to October 31st, did daily output of 2.88 million barrels, sold 2.43 million barrels, and they kept the other one for our local usage and all those stuff. So we are where we are today because we have refused to do the right things, especially those at the ministries, department, and agencies, especially those on the fiscal management side, the economic management side, from Abuja to the states and the local government area. And so there's little that the CBN can do, and that's the truth. And when you say, okay, you want to moderate liquidity, you want to squeeze liquidity out of the market, where is even the liquidity in the hands of which people? 197 million Nigerians today cannot even feed. They don't even have enough naira in their hand, not even in any bank account, to be able to take care of them. So we're talking about money in the hand of few people, creating all the kind of wahala in Nigeria. Liquidity of over 100 trillion naira, over 23 trillion naira printed by Buhari and co. and freighted away and used to destroy and distort this economy. I don't want to go discussing problems. Let us provide solutions. One of the major problems we have is that we lack rigor in this land. Most of those who purport to lead us from the 36 government houses to the 7 local government areas are not passionate, are not creative, they are not patriotic, They do not desire to enhance productivity. They've actually turned Nigeria into a palliative economy, where rice and beans are shared as the only way to alleviate poverty and treat insecurity and even flood. So it is so unfortunate that avoidable calamities have befallen Nigeria, because it's a country that is so blessed. When people lament, I see opportunities. Even at the current level of 1,700 naira to $1, all I see is opportunities. I see clearly from diverse sectors, from the oil and gas, outside the oil and gas, what we can easily do within the next 6 months to ramp up productivity, to tame insecurity 100%, to ramp up productivity in such a way that Nigeria can actually export nothing less than $350 billion worth of commodities and services, and then maintain 97% food self-sufficiency. I have it at the back of my mind, the kind of things we would do practically to crash food inflation down to single digits, lower single digits in the next 6 months to 1 year. But the problem is that it's so unfortunate. But we'll keep on talking, we'll keep on, we've recommended things that we need to do, things that we have to do, when to do it. But these guys, you don't tame inflation by raising MP. Of course, that is the only instrument available to the central bank. The major problem is insecurity. The major problem is the lack of capacity, lack of competencies, lack of passionate creativity, lack of rigor, lack of intentions, lack of discipline, lack of self-motivation, lack of love and empathy and compassion for the people on the part of those who bestraddle our ministries, department agencies across the 3 tiers of government. They do not care. If we are producing 2.4 million barrels of crude oil today, and leakages in the downstream sector is tackled, we will have enough foreign exchange to enable Nigeria stabilize in such a way that Yemi will reduce monetary policy rates. If we have security tackled by diversifying our security architecture, restructuring our security architecture back to what we have told them to do under the missions, community, diaspora, private-public partnership arrangement, create 100 fully armed and trained agro rangers across each of the 809 electoral wards, fully equipped. In 6 months, we will destroy all the insurgents, all the bandits, all the non-government, all the criminals tormenting Nigeria. And we will have 1,000 hectares cluster in every of the electoral wards, 200 to 1,000 hectares, in such a way that from the agro sector alone, across all the agro value chain, upstream, processing, storage, distribution, exports, make so much money in this country. We will bring most of the 197 poor Nigerians out of poverty, and then invest critically in education, in health. These things are easy, very easy peasy for those who want to work. We've turned Nigeria into a nation of where banditry, political banditry, religious banditry, traditional banditry, because most of our traditional rulers, even those you think you should respect, they have become traditional bandits. Nobody, the masses are left on their own. Only very few sane Nigerians have been very consistent. Most Nigerians, I'm sorry to say it, our value systems near zero, no principles. Everybody is waiting for opportunity to be invited to the table, to loot, to share, to this. Nobody is thinking about what do we do to take this country out of the current Golgotha path that it is doing. It's a blessed land. I see opportunities. I see here is paradise. The only curse and disaster and plague we have upon this land is leadership and political disaster. And then a mass of citizens who do not even understand their obligations and responsibilities, who worship their slavers and defend those who continue to destroy them. May God have mercy on us. Amen.